Well, you can edit this out, but you know, it's like I have this big zit on my chin right now, and I'm like, shit.
Oh, we are not.
So
Oh, me too.
I'm so glad.
Guys.
Actually, it's good that this mic is like this because then it can just cover it.
I just want to
hide
tell
it.
both of you that is not getting edited out. There's
Yeah,
no way. That's just
It
going
will.
in. And it's going in slow motion.
I'm like,
Yeah.
how the hell I'm in quarantine and I have the biggest zit I have ever had in my life. Like, I should be able to take better care of my face
Well,
in
it's
quarantine.
because-
Zits.
Well, look, yeah, we're stressed. We're eating like shit.
Yeah.
Our exercise is actually, your exercise
Your
is up.
exercise is good.
But
yeah.
mine is definitely down. My cardio is down. My eating habits are shittier.
Oh my God, it's so
my
bad.
My rest is fine, but that's like it's not happening when I want it to. Like I'll just fall asleep in the middle of a movie, but then I can't sleep when I want to.
Yeah, me too.
And right now,
I've been sleeping really good.
yeah, and right now it's like our sleep is off, and it
Totally off.
Because before it used to be like I'd get up with him, you know, like 4 o'clock in the morning. We'd talk and stuff before he'd go to work, and then now I don't go to bed till like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So,
And then, so when I'm
Me
up,
too.
right. So when I'm up, she's trying to sleep still yet. Now all the fun we used to talk and have a good time together is now like, shut the fuck up. What is happening? Why are the keys so loud? What are you doing?
Oh.
Are you fucking juggling
So
the keys?
basically, nothing's changed then.
no, it's like, yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's going on. Well, I do know what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on in the last few days.
Right.
TikTok. Holy cow.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. This is like Freaky Friday, and the mom has turned into her like 13-year-old daughter. Well, in this case, 11-year-old daughter. And then Lonnie's she's the one who comes around and is like, Mom, get off the phone. It's been how long? She's like, you're addicted. Like, you want to go outside and do some exercise with me? I'm outside doing cartwheels. You want to like maybe
so
like add some
crazy.
exercise to this? Why don't you guys go for? Did you walk, Leia? I mean, she's coming in like this 11-year-old's coming in like the mom, and this was like, oh my God, did you guys see this one? Let's do this dance. Let's do it as a family. Let's do it.
You know what? Okay, what I realized is I know he won't do stuff with me. I'm like, I want to do all these. Okay, so I signed up, and so I have an account. I have no videos.
Do you know
I have
how
no
old
followers.
I am?
I have no videos and no followers.
Dude, if I do TikTok, I'll get arrested. That's
You
like
have to do that family one where it's like this and then they shimmy and then clap.
Hey.
Well, I told them what I wanted to do, and I saw Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod do it. It was like they closed their eyes, and like one of their kids were asking them questions, and they had to like point at who they thought the answer was, like, so like who gets embarrassed, like, you know, like that.
Oh, cute.
And I told him about it, and he was just like,
No, that sounds like a good idea. I didn't even know that's how you took my reaction. I know, I love it. I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
You didn't seem very excited about it. You're just like,
I'm just learning of this right now, Becca. I love it.
That's because you know why? Because
Why?
he has coronavirus on his mind.
Hey,
It's like,
well,
if it's
that's
not,
what,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like, it's
Excuse
hard
me
to-
for thinking about the global pandemic facing
No,
our
I
entire
know.
species. I'm sorry to not have room for your ideas. No, I'm down. I'm like, let's do it. But first of all, I don't know how long we're into this, but this out of the 6 out of the 7 people that will be watching this want to know. Okay, what was it like going to school with the girl, or is it the guy, the one who got the arm?
Let's call
the guy. Okay, the guy that got his arm cut off or eaten off by the tiger in the Tiger King Netflix. Went to Kaiser High School with you, Hawaii boy. Your class of what?
Oh, 4, baby.
Class of 2004, baby. So what class did you have with him, Kelsey? Now, but you're saying back then Kelsey was a she.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. I don't know.
But what you're trying to say is she's kind of a tomboy back then too, a little bit like.
Well, yeah, like I didn't even know that she was a girl till like sophomore year or junior year.
Oh, I see. So
she wore like collared shirts all the time and jeans and shoes, like, and hung out with the boys all the time.
You know, I
started.
What you did? What you thought?
I wore boys' clothes. I wore collared shirts and S Jordans and Air Nikes, and everybody thought I was gay, probably, but I'm not. I have my hair like in cornrows, and I only had guy friends.
So what you're saying is that you used to be lesbian and black a long time ago. Once upon a time, she was lesbian and black. Wow. Okay, well, hey, you know, we all have our phases.
You're so funny.
Okay, so well, I mean, look, let's get a little juice. What was it like to go to school with So wait a minute, you were friends with this person who you thought was a boy the whole time, and you just get were you? I mean, did that ever come up? When was
Well, so I didn't really know her until, well, sorry. Like, I didn't know her personally till she was in my class senior year. And
I see. So you didn't.
yeah, so the whole time I just thought that she was a boy. Well, like till sophomore year, then I asked someone, and they're like, "No, yeah, it's a girl."
Okay.
So everyone pretty much knew by the time, because we all came from different middle schools, you know, and then you meet new people, and then eventually by sophomore year, everyone just kind of knows. We don't talk about it. We didn't talk about it, so it was just normal.
But Becca, you didn't even watch the whole Tiger King. What?
I only watched the first episode, but I only watched like 15 minutes. But I have a short attention span, so I got bored.
She does. It's not. There's nothing personal.
You don't even like to go to like a movie, like a regular movie. Like
No, I do. But like I have to be eating popcorn. Like I have to be doing something all the time.
Yes.
I can't just sit still.
That's why guys think, you know what, she's a great date. She really is. Because she has when you're not paying attention to the movie, I'm just saying you're free for other activities, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying if I'm trying to date a girl and she's like, I don't really like to watch the movie because I need to be doing something.
Yeah, it's not that. Like I like
that, and he's sleeping through the movie. So
well,
what are you talking about?
That's doing something.
Yeah, being productive, right?
Right.
But you gotta see this because I know you're not gonna watch it. So let me just tell you what happens, okay? Okay. So it's like, so your friend Kelsey, right?
Alert.
I'm just gonna tell you, your friend Kelsey lost her arm. A tiger ate her arm.
Did you not hear?
No, I did know that. Like I knew that. She posted it when it happened a few years ago.
Okay.
Or a couple of years ago. And so I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh. And she showed it on Facebook, like what her arm looked. Not like what it looked like when it got bit, but after she had it amputated. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. Because I never knew anyone that happened to, you know? And so when I saw her on the episode, I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't know that she was connected to this.
Right.
So she worked for this guy, right? This Joe Exotic guy, and he's like
a
character. He's such a character. He's gay. He had 2 husbands, and he was trying to have the biggest big cat zoo.
Tigers.
Yeah, tiger. Well, he didn't just have tigers. He had tigers. He had bear. He had a zoo, like bears, monkeys. But the
187 tigers.
Biggest collection.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think over 200 cats totals. Jaguars.
Wow.
Anyway, he was doing some shady stuff, like selling cubs when you're not supposed to. You're not. That's against the law. So he's like breeding them. And so this lady, Carole Baskins.
That bitch, Carole Baskins.
And he's in like Oklahoma, and Carole Baskins in Florida, and she's like trying to shut him down. So for like years, they had like this huge feud, and he would like always like, and he had his own TV show that he like aired himself.
Oh yeah, I saw that part.
Yeah, when he was like constantly just fuck Carole Baskin. You know, Carole Baskin said this. You know, and your friend Kelsey. I mean, through the whole thing, there were just so many crazy characters, but she was like the most normal person.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Is it she or he?
I'm sorry. He.
So I just want to make sure. Let's pick one and stay consistent.
Sorry, he.
Well, I saw in the article she wanted to be called he, so we should assume.
Yeah,
right.
I want to respect that, and I
that's
apologize.
That's what I'm saying. So he, but okay, so but I would love to talk to him because it's like, I mean, it's not saying Tina's like, Rebecca's friend, Kelsey, was like the sane reason of voice in this whole thing. I'm like, well, that's not saying much. When everybody's crazy, it's not like big praise to be sane, right? Like, but he did seem very calm and cool. I mean, the only thing I have to say about it is like, okay, yes, you're calm. You're not angry at the tiger, which I thought is mature of you because it really is not the tiger. I think it's mature to say, I shouldn't have stuck my hand in the cage, which he is saying.
Yeah.
doesn't deny it. He goes right back, and he just has it just seems like he truly cares for the animals, which is what is sorely missing in the whole thing, right? In fact, it seems like at the end of it, that's what you walk away with, right? It's like, gosh, who's caring for the animals?
And he
While
even
everyone
said it
was
at the
distracted.
end.
Yeah.
He's like, there are no winners here.
Yeah, that's what it was.
There are no winners.
That's
the
what
animals
it was.
are the ones that have it the worst.
And he's the one who delivers that message.
Yeah.
So Kaiser High School, Hawaii represent.
But the reason why I brought that up was because I was like, as crazy as everyone was freaking nuts. Okay, and she's the one that loses her arm. He's through the show. They called her he.
Yeah, they do. You're right.
So I'm
no. Someone commented and said that through the show they called her she.
Yeah.
You can't even get the story right.
Oh my God!
Well, in the article said that at first they wrote the article with she, and then they changed it to he because she said she prefers the pronoun.
Everybody's confused about it. That's okay. I mean, you know what I mean. Okay, so even I'm confused. I forget how the story goes. Okay, so naturally born without penis.
Yeah.
Identifies though as a man.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
You're like, I had one class, Ryan. I don't have the freaking Wikipedia memorized. I don't know. That's all I got.
No, but yeah.
Well, I mean, it's an interesting. I just want to get it right?
Yeah.
Because so she identified with he, then the documentary calls she, but then the article said no, she would like to be called he.
And in all fairness, that documentary was a couple years ago. We don't know. Maybe at that time it was she, or I don't know. But but yes, he in the documentary they're saying she, and then now I'm trying to say he just based on just right before this conversation.
Well, I was confused. Honestly, I was confused because I thought it was a he that wanted to identify as a she when I don't know who you when it first came out or whatever. And then I was really honestly thinking maybe that's why she took it so calmly because they had already cut something else off before. And
no, I don't.
It was like, was just
started off with nothing.
I'm just saying you get kind of like, you know what? Okay, I've been through that, and you're just calm because that's the whole thing, right? Is like the very first thing you see is this person in an interview with no arms, just calmly talking about the situation. You're like, I don't know what you're about to say, but I'm here for it. Like, go on.
Yeah, like he went back to work after a week. Like
it was
what?
I swear to God, the document was 5 days, but then the article said 11 days. I don't know. It's about a week. So about a week, he is back at work, and not even a lick of like fear or just right back into the swing of things, and you can't help.
Well, I mean, she's from Waimanalo, so I wouldn't have to fear either.
No, it's worse.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Waimanalo don't pretend to be sick. We show up for work. I say as someone from Hawaii Kai, which is basically Waimanalo plus, right?
Yeah. I never went to Waimanalo the whole time I was in high school when they had parties and stuff. I was like, nope, I'm good. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Like, white girl.
I mean, but come on, you only look white. You get the kind, you get Asian. No. What'd you get? What's the mix?
Quarter Japanese, Scotia.
Quarter Japanese, half Japanese.
But she has the best Vietnamese accent. Do it.
Do it.
What?
Right, order some pho for me.
Do my nails.
I can't do it right now on the spot.
Oh my God.
You totally can do it.
Do it. Do my nails.
Do you like griddle jail?
See? Why?
You get boyfriend.
You see?
I can't do it.
Yeah, you just did. Okay, wow. So, I mean, how is it that you're the only person in the freaking world who has not seen Tiger King, and you went to freaking school with one of the stars in it? I don't even understand. How's your mind work?
So, I've been seeing the hype the last couple of days, and I got really excited, and then I started watching. And the only exciting thing that I saw was when she came on. I was like, "Aw," because I showed Tina earlier. He messaged me in 2018, and I guess I didn't reply. I feel really bad. So, yeah.
You don't remember getting the reply and going, like, did
so
you?
I remember she said, or he said, "How are you?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, hi," because I never talked to him since high school,
Right.
and I knew he was in Oklahoma, and so it was kind of exciting to hear from him. But then I didn't reply after that. And she gave me her number and everything and told me to FaceTime her.
Well, I mean, I can understand if it's like, a dude who's just trying to come in your, sliding your DMs, try to be all, hey, what's up, girl? How's it been? And, a lot of times girls, like, they see the profile pic or they go, oh, I remember you from school. And they kind of go like, you know what? Not you. No, I'm good. Right. Honestly, was that the feeling a little bit like, I don't really know you like that? Like,
no, I mean, I'm shy anyway. I only have like 2 friends, like Tina and someone else. I don't tell.
I don't have to make the list. No, that's okay. I don't really have to, I know it's a short list. I'm awkwardly here in the room. I mean, you could have just pretended to add me. And then
I never know if you're pretending to like me or not.
You could have. Hey, what is that? What are you doing?
We've come a long way in the past.
That's all I'm trying to say. Look, all I'm saying right now, I'm really happy because we can be friends, but then you're like far away.
So you can turn the sound off when you want to.
Like of course. So I'm not pretending. I'm just extra happy because I feel safer. I'm kidding. Come on, stop it.
Safe from what? Man.
Corona. The Rona.
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
Oh yeah, you asked me if I felt like no. Yeah, so no, I didn't feel like that because he was just a friend in high school.
But like,
and I didn't.
Can we be honest though? It's like you look in the profile pic, right, and you see the person. If it was like, I don't know, somebody who, I don't know, maybe looked the part, looked more your style or your taste. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm just saying.
No, it wasn't like that because I know she's a girl and I'm not a lesbian, so I didn't think of it like that.
Okay, that's right. You did know. You knew like it wasn't like you were thinking. Well,
yeah.
Was it an innocent? Do you think it was innocent on his part, or was he like, "Hey, dude, I'm a guy, and I know you know me. I started off as a girl, but maybe he was coming at you like, hey, but I'm a guy now." Like,
I think at the time she was married or she had a different girlfriend than I see in the profile pic now. But yeah, so I didn't think.
See, like, so she who identifies as a he identifies as a straight he, not a gay he. So he likes girls. So maybe he was coming at your DMs like, hey, what's up, girl? What you doing? Right? I mean, don't you think maybe that's what it was?
I mean, I might have had a hint of that. And I did feel like that in high school a little bit. Like, I hope nobody sees this. But no, in high school, I was just paranoid anyway. But And then back when she messaged me, I was having issues with my ex too, my ex-boyfriend.
There it is. So, see, I just have to like poke a little bit more, and then finally the truth comes out. You see how that works, folks? You see how if I just left the first answer, we would have never known the truth. Now a little bit more comes out. A little bit more comes out.
But I'm weird anyway in social
that
settings.
we know. That we know. But
like I don't talk a lot to people, so.
I mean, let's just say girls, your DM is a very sacred private space, and some people make it to Hollywood. Some people you turn your chair for. Other people you don't turn your chair for. I mean, isn't it basically it? Every girl's DM is you're sitting with your back turned, and then someone sends a message, and then you listen, and you go, nah, I'm not going to use my...
Wait. Here's a question I have. If you knew that she worked in a zoo with over 200 tigers, would that have changed? Like, would you be like, oh, wow, like, let's talk about it? Like, I don't know.
So also, what I was going to say also is I knew when she messaged me that her hand was not there anymore. And I'm the kind of person that I get freaked out.
Wait, you knew this bitch took 7 hours to type with one hand and you didn't answer her back? What the... Who does that?
How do you know she doesn't have voice text? Come on.
Hey, don't ruin my joke. My joke was perfect. Yeah, she could have voice texted, but it's funnier in my way. Shut up. She's like, like 8 hours to text your ass, and you ghosted her. Holy crap! You ghosted the
I
time.
didn't mean to. Like, I do that a lot, apparently.
Like,
just sometimes I don't feel like
you forgot about it.
Nobody was using voice command 3 years ago. But girl, she texted that. She tested that with her finger, what her one working hand. Oh my goodness!
Maybe it could have been that at the end of her message, she gave me her number and told me to FaceTime her, and I don't FaceTime, so I was probably like,
don't you feel bad? She probably texted 7 people that year.
But going, like what you said, I get that. Like, it's awkward, right? You don't want to, you don't want to be like, so I heard you got your arm caught. Like, you want to like not mention it or.
Okay, well, I just want to let you know that Kelsey's a big fan of the Sam and Ryan show. Okay, and right now she's a fan. She's gonna see this. Okay, what I want you to look into that camera. Okay, now and then not many people get a second chance, Becca. Some people just don't return a one-handed text and then they just never sleep for the rest of their lives. Not you, not today. You look you look at that camera and talk to Kelsey and tell him what you're feeling about what happened. Tell him.
I actually really love her. I love, like, in high school, she was really sweet to me. Like, if I had a bad day, she would always cheer me up. So I love you, Kelsey. You're so funny.
And what about that text? Address the text. Go ahead.
No, I didn't mean anything by it. I do that a lot, apparently, to people that message me.
I know how much it must have taken to text that out.
I'm sure she didn't even realize that I did.
You're cruel.
Thank you so much for messaging me. You're so sweet.
Oh my God! You just Donald Trumped. Kelsey Saffrey. This is so
sorry. No, you did it. You started it.
I didn't do it. I just.
Oh my God.
You know what? Look. Hey, look. Hey, I just want to say to all the Kaiser High School, we are all one team and we love each other. Let me ask you this: did you? Because I know I just texted you earlier today. Hey, text your friend Kelsey. See if I would love to get a Zoom, even though I knew that was probably, everyone's blowing up Kelsey's phone right now.
Yeah, I didn't want to because she. Huh? You
didn't text back?
No, I didn't. I didn't ask her that. Because I saw on his Facebook page that people from Kaiser are tagging her and talking about the show. And it actually, some of the things people are saying is really stupid and awkward. So I didn't want to bother her about the show at all. So I didn't say it.
Oh, the person who doesn't reply has got judgment for the people who are replying. I love this. This is a great segment. I'm enjoying this.
I didn't want to be one of those douchebags that only talks to someone because they're on Netflix.
Oh, no, yeah. Oh, no, all those assholes who dared to actually comment and show that they existed and gave a shit about her as a human. Him. Damn it.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. I don't know what to say.
It's hard. I get it. Okay, that's one way to remember it, boy. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
I'm just having fun. Look, man, this is the...
You are so silly.
Hey, speaking of which, I also want to thank my quarantine mate, Quarantina here, because she just whipped up a batch of weed butter, which I have not fully gone nuts in. She put a little in my food the other day and didn't tell me till after.
Oh, wow, you really him.
She just went. She sprinkled it in and told me, "Oh, by the way," the next day she's like, "By the way, there was some in your food. Did you like it?"
Well, yeah, because
I mean, it's probably so little bit.
It was I didn't want to waste. He has to like lick the bowl, right?
Hey.
The pot or whatever.
Hey.
So I took what was on the all the extra and what didn't fit in the jar, and I poured it in his. I made pork chops with gravy.
I don't know why you're telling the story as if it shouldn't end with but bottom line is I should have told your ass before I put it in. The next day.
This high motherfucker don't remember me telling him when I did it.
Okay, now I have nothing to say. Did you tell me and I just not remember?
I said, does it taste okay? Because I put the rest of the wheat butter
in there. You know what?
You were like, yeah, it
She's
tastes
so
great.
smart. She knows that if she didn't tell me, she can just say she did, and how would I know? That's actually a pretty brilliant plan. I have no defense for it.
I did tell you, and you were like, no, I could tell. I didn't even tell. I couldn't even
see
tell.
the stumble? That's lying.
No, you were saying you couldn't even tell.
I can tell.
You guys are so lucky to have each other as quarantine mates.
We are
I love
lucky.
it.
He is so lucky.
Oh wait, what
You are so lucky, Ryan.
that bitch Carole Baskins?
Still my best friend.
No, hey, this is we can hang out like, you know, with this 6 feet wall.
I know. I watch your guys' Zoom meetings every day with Mikey and Sophia. I'm like, what the hell? Where's my Zoom meeting?
Girl, because guess what?
We've been saying if you want to do it, let us know. We'll send you a link.
And honestly, one of my friends was like, oh, because I called him an hour before, and then one of my friends was like,
go ahead.
No, he was just like, oh, your last minute guest now. You call me an hour before. I'm like, I don't have guests. I don't plan them. I literally, every guest that's been on has been someone who watched the one we put up and gone like, hey, what's up? I'm like, oh, this looks fun. I want to join. Yeah. Or I saw them and I asked them, hey, you want to join or whatever. But it's all been like impromptu. Like, I mean, you know, so, I mean.
Well, we always ask like, hey, you know, we're just doing this. If you want to join in, and just send us a message and we'll send you a link.
It's just so weird because everybody, especially my industry, right? The whole game is to get more people, to put a show out there, publicize it, let everybody know. I'm like, dude, that's what I do for a living. I just can't wait to come home and not give a shit about any of that. I just want to get on here, right? I mean, I do want to make it sound good and everything, so it's good that we have this extra equipment. But I mean, the bottom line is, I mean, this is therapy for us. I didn't mean to like accidentally signal that I'm trying to do an actual show. This is more like, can I talk with friends because I'm lonely and I miss them and they miss me, and then might as well just share it with people so that we can just, you know, socialize while we can't socially, you know, in real life kind of do it. So, you know, this is
my friend today was like, why don't you go hang out with your friends? This guy that nothing. But I was like, we're quarantining. My friends, I was like, oh, but they do Zoom meetings, but they never invited me yet.
So wait, like, can I ask this? Is this something that's not off limits? What is your current relationship status right now? I mean, you could say the Facebook, like single, it's complicated, you know, whatever. You can in between, you can answer however you want. But how would you answer that question?
In one word or?
Oh, whatever. However many. This is not like, how about Twitter? 140 characters.
So this is funny because Tina doesn't even know because we've been in quarantine, but
I love it.
But I'm talking to someone, and for me, I'm pretty like exclusive.
I know you are.
Oh, she knows that.
If I'm no, you don't know anything about it yet. I never told you.
I know you are. You don't go very long without.
Wait. She's just like, you always are.
Okay, that's fine. But how long have you been talking to this new person?
Pretty much like since we've had to quarantine, like 2 weeks.
Okay.
But then I met him. I met him like 2 years ago because he's an electrician that came to one of my offices that I managed. So he did
you nabbed yourself an essential worker, bitch. What's up?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Okay, so this is a perfect, because I don't know anybody right now who has this exact story. So great, this is great because the timing of 2 weeks ago, right? How did you meet this person? Okay, is one, and then what has it been like to try to get to know someone new in a world where you can't fucking touch each other?
I could tell you each other. What the hell?
Well, I just want to hear it from her. I just want to hear it from her.
Okay. What did you say, Tina?
I said I can tell you that they're touching each other. Getting to know each other over the
but that's what I want. That's what I want her to answer. Don't assume.
Tina knows me so well.
Yeah, don't know her so well.
Can't go very long without the interaction.
Hey, stop
physical interaction.
Assuming and being 100%.
I can't. It's my love language.
But okay, no, you don't. Look, man, this is all for fun. You don't have to answer perfectly. But you know, for fun, just for fun. How did you meet this guy? How are you navigating in this new world?
I met him 2 years ago at my office. Okay. He's an electrician, and he started messaging me 2 years ago, like about work on Facebook. But I was like, why would you message me about work on Facebook when you have my number? Anyways. So I knew he was interested, but I guess I wasn't as interested back then because I told him I was baking a cake for my boyfriend's birthday. That was the last message.
Boy,
I wasn't as interested because I was at a boyfriend.
Yeah. The boyfriends. You notice though, I wasn't as interested. It's like
I actually have to be honest. I always was interested because he is always nice. He's a nice person. Yeah.
so like he basically fixes the electricity a couple years back for your office, and then 2 years later he shows up in your DMs talking about so speaking of electrical outlets. I mean, well, how does he what is his transition?
No, so during the quarantine, I saw it was his birthday because it says I usually write people birthday messages because I'm sweet on Facebook. You know how they have these people's birthdays every day. And so I actually, instead of posting it on his wall, I messaged him happy birthday. And then it went from there.
Let me just put out there, like the day before, right?
Mhm.
That she starts talking, she's saying, I'm just gonna be myself for a while. Like I'm honestly not even.
I was by
Look,
myself.
I don't want to. I just don't even
First
want
of all,
to deal with any
wait.
guys right now.
That's just you talking to yourself saying, shut up, vagina. Shut up. I don't need nothing. Right?
No, I'm like emotionally horny all the time. I'm not like
True.
sexually
That is true.
horny.
She's like she's very needy.
Well,
Like, and for
Thank you for putting that out there.
like
Hey.
you know, like you don't like to be by yourself. It's true.
I don't.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
then there's no shame in that because you just now signed up with a team that is a lot of humans, right? I mean,
Right.
you're not like alone in that area.
Like every single person, Ryan, except for Tina.
No, look, man, don't get her twisted. She got her issue too, but she just really
Oh, I know.
covering it up. Look, come on, she's better at it
No,
than
yeah.
Let me tell you
She
something.
will miss someone. Like she will miss you
yeah.
back then, but she won't tell you shit. She'll be
That's
like,
all. Exactly. Look, but that's not. I don't take it personally. I think every human, especially now in quarantine time, is like we need a little space. If you don't have it, you got to create it yourself, right?
no.
And so Becca's like, look, I'm single. I'm trying to erase the space.
And Rebecca's always like, "What's space? Who
Space.
needs space?
The fuck is space? Get the fuck out of
Like,
here.
why
with
do you have
that.
to go to the bathroom by yourself? What are you doing?"
It's just the
so
number two.
funny.
Look, you only need one hand to wipe, okay, asshole? Okay, what are you doing in there? You texting other people? Then let me in. Why open the door then?
Nah, I'm not like that anymore.
Oh, okay, wait. Let's go back because I want to. I
Anymore.
know.
She's like, I'm not like that anymore.
I did. There were shits that I did hold hands. So she's like, too much truth. The truth has actually blown down her phone like a wind. Holy crap. Okay, so wait. I want to go back to he slides in the DMs, right? Oh yeah, remember how the electricity I put into your office 2 years ago?
No, that was 2 years ago when he was messaging me
I
in
see.
my DM.
Message him.
Yeah.
Oh,
the happy birthday was this recently.
What kind of gift do you want?
Okay, so you write. Okay, wait, time out. So you write a happy birthday on his wall with the 2000.
In the inside.
No.
Oh, DM even.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
what you call.
That's penis hunting.
That's what you call a green light.
That's a green light.
Yeah.
Because if you put it on the wall, you're like every other person.
No, yeah. Exactly.
Happy birthday in the inbox means like
You need to
respond,
back, yeah.
and then the things that we say, I don't necessarily want to record it. So can we just start it off here? Okay, so
he's told me several times, like, I'm glad you messaged me happy birthday, like, because then we wouldn't be talking. I'm like, yeah, because it took you. He said he wanted to ask me out back then, but he was a wuss, so he didn't. And then I said I was baking a cake for my boyfriend, so he stopped talking to me.
That does put a little damper on things. Now, okay, so you guys are talking in your inbox. You got a little message going, a little flirting is going back and forth. And now the big $1 million question, right? Because it's like, hey, people
we're on lockdown.
We're on lockdown. Stay home. Don't touch each other. You could have it. You don't even have to have symptoms. Okay.
Let me tell you how it went.
Oh wait. Don't. Okay.
Let me tell you how it went. Like,
and you're just gonna guess now.
Because I'm smiling with so much guilt.
She's like, because he said,
right.
I mean, I really haven't even been anywhere except for work. I just go to work and come home. And then she's like, I mean, me too. I don't even,
Translate this conversation. It's like, look, man, if we fuck, will it be that bad? Let's talk to each other until it's not that bad. Okay,
First of all,
Isn't that translation? That's the conversation, right? Conversation is like, I'd like to fuck you, and I know there's a fucking invisible disease that's passing around the globe, but can we try to talk until we can figure out a way where that won't be a hindrance? A little bit.
Yeah. First of all, I'm not trying to fuck anyone. That's not what
No,
it's about.
I don't mean just sex. You're right. I don't mean just sex. I meant like, look, man.
Anything, right?
Look,
like, because bottom line is we're supposed to be not having like we've lived together, so we're kind of like
stuck. You can say stuck. It's okay to say stuck. You can say imprisoned. You can say entrapped. Like what, bitch? What you want to say? Go say it. Let's go.
Okay, we're stuck. For lack of a better word, we're stuck together. But like
for life.
No, but this is like brand new, right? You're just like, but like it seems like look, I can relate, right? When you're on a first date or you're just meeting someone, look, you're trying to audition. If we like each other, and all lights are go, and you can kind of just. They've passed the what's that series on Netflix? The You pop quiz. They're like, okay, I'm gonna guess this person's not a psychopath. Okay, take off my pants, right? And it's not that you're a hoe bag. Oh wow, is that the hoe bag police? Is that the hoe bag police? Hey, she's fine. We're just talking, hoe bag police.
She's in the house. She's by herself.
She ain't touching nobody, hoe bag police. Leave her alone. No, right? So it's like it's a very natural feeling, So things are going well, and I know sometimes people wait 2 weeks, some people wait 2 days, 2 hours, 2 minutes, 2 years, right? So, but for you, how was it? Like 2 dates in? Is it not happened yet, or are you thinking like, okay, I want to?
Are you talking about sex?
Well, I mean, it could be, but it didn't have to be that. Even like a date is like, are you doing Zoom dates? Do you hold hands?
So we had 2 dates. So, so let me just tell you why I decided to meet up with him. Right. Is because this fool orders hand sanitizer and 90% alcohol online every single day that I've talked to him. Like he's constantly ordering hand sanitizer.
There's been all these memes that I like, oh my God, I love him. He's so sexy because he has like, Clorox wipes. And that's like the joke. And this is happening in real life. Like
he just asked me if I wanted Clorox wipes last night.
And you got
we do. Tell him we do. We need them.
No, but Becca's saying that not only when he's saying this, Becca's panties are getting wet. Like this shit is romantic in fucking.
It was really cute. No, it's really cute. Is. Like
I'm not even lying.
Every day. I'm on eBay right now looking. He ordered a hand sanitizer dispenser for his work truck. Like that's how crazy he is about sanitizing. And so our first date, we went to Boston's Pizza to order out. He wiped the Boston's pizza box with the Clorox wipes and our 2 water bottles. Like he's really cute.
Dude.
That was definitely a point.
Wow. I mean, you gotta admit. Dude, we've been talking to you, and honestly, I'm not even joking. There's been like 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
I mean, I'm like, honestly, at first it's just like a joke, but now I'm thinking, dude, we are in a different world where it's like, what's happening outside of our doors, right? It's like, I mean, honestly, that's why I'm talking about this. Is like, I just want to like, I do appreciate a light conversation about dating, right? Because it is still relatable, right? It's relatable. It's like we're trying to meet each other. We're lonely. We want to meet. If we're single, and then you have to like the dates you had though. You're saying they were in person, but you guys kind of reasoned, fuck it, a little bit.
Because he's really clean. Like he's been really cautious. Like today, he had to go to work in the office because their job sites are shut down. Huh?
Is there a lot of people like what I mean? I mean, have you?
So he went to work today. There's one other person in the office, but they both wear these full-on masks with the ventilator things because they have to sit next to each other to go over like blueprints and stuff. So like I trust him because he's cautious and careful and stuff. So.
Right, but you know what? It's like, this brings up the subject, right? Like. You and I, we live together. So when this whole thing happened, it's like you're not going to move out just because, we definitely lived on different sides of the house, though, just right in the beginning.
I was,
Right.
Yeah, you had a fever. Yeah.
And so honestly, I did try to stay away like a little bit in the beginning, but after like a week, it really was like, this is I have it. Like if she has it, I have it. Is what I reasoned. So at some point, I couldn't tell if that just means I just missed her. I wanted to touch her. I wanted to like get close, and
It was actually 11 days, and let me tell you.
Oh, so just the same amount of time that it took the guy to have his arm eaten off and go back to work is how long I stayed.
And let me tell you, when he did finally come in the room, he like I was sitting on the couch and he sat across the room, like he still didn't. And then the next day it was like, okay, I'll let you rub my back.
Well, hey, first of all, that is not true. I'm going to let that slide because that's hilarious. But the point is, hey, I'm the only one going to work because I'm an essential worker. What's up? I got my lanyard and everything.
This is true.
I can't afford it, right? I'm the only one, everyone over here. So, honestly, I did go through that where like for my own, for everybody here, like I need to be, and then Lonnie was coughing a little bit. I'm like, dude, I need to. And then even I did take one day off because I was like, I started to feel this. I don't know if I was paranoid.
So irritated.
I was like, oh my God, it's happening, right? So it's like I took off one day, and then luckily that weekend it just kind of went away. I went back to work the next Monday, and I've been fine ever since. But like, trust me, it was definitely in my mind. Like, how do I can't move out. That's probably drastic anyway. We all like.
What's crazy?
We all have to do something. We're not all going to move out of the house from each other, right?
I mean, I could have quarantined myself in the cottage. I could have.
No, you could have. But honestly, in my mind, I was like, look, bro. I mean, everyone around the world, the best that we can do, bro, is just to pick a quarantine, right? You got to pick a quarantine, and that means.
I don't have a team half the week. Half the week, I have my kids.
Right, but see, that's what part of your quarantine because you got to see them, right? And so you're not gonna stay 6 feet away from your kid. How are you gonna feed them? Like, so at some point. Mom and kids just have to go, look, if we have it, we're going to give it to each other.
Yeah.
So then it becomes, oh my gosh, can we handle it ourselves? Sometimes kids are immunocompromised to our moms, right? And dads and whatever. But then especially grandpas and grandmas, and especially people who are immunocompromised, but anybody's susceptible, right? And then there's also the, who do we see when we go out of here, right? But if you, so like, let's say you're single and you're like, look, man, I don't know you. You don't know. I want to go on a first date with you, second date, but like everybody's out here judging now. The restaurants are closing, and it's like, look, I can see. I can see someone just going, look, I'm gonna take a chance. You want to just be in my quarantine, but it's taking a chance because once you're in with that person, you can't like just keep on changing quarantines.
That's right.
So it's kind of a huge commitment so early. You're only 2 weeks in the game, right? So that's why I wanted to pick your mind about it. Like, I mean, how do you if you don't just commit and be on the quarantine, that's no fun. You get no hugs, you get no loving, no go kissing, no talking close to each other. But if you do, then it's kind of like you've kind of picked a quarantine for maybe the next couple months. Who knows, right?
At least the next month, right?
So are you thinking about this?
Then it's like, okay, if like I just picked you for my quarantine,
right? And
we're stuck with each other for the next month,
right?
Like, what's the point in waiting for anything? We might as well just go like buck wild, right? Because
right.
I mean, now you can't go anywhere else.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Rebecca, like 2 weeks in, like, what are you like? Obviously, I can see you now in your head. You're relating to this. So, what are you thinking right now?
Well, I was thinking like the conversations while you're dating during this time definitely have changed. Like, it's really weird because we talk about the coronavirus and quarantining like majority of the time that we're talking about things. So, like the first date, for example, he's like, well, I really want to take you out, but we can't go anywhere. They're like, everything's closed. He's like, what's your favorite food? I'm going to get Japanese takeout for you, and I'll get pizza takeout for me, and we'll just have a buffet of takeout. And then he's like, oh, maybe we'll go hiking. Like, we'll just go night hiking and sneak up to a hike or jump off a bridge. I'm like, no, I'm not getting my hair wet on the first date. But
that's your line for first dates?
Yeah.
And then last night he was like, well, if we both get corona, like they need to put our hospital beds next to each other. I'm like, oh, that's like a coronavirus romantic thing to say.
That's so sweet. It's like, can I infect you, then almost kill you, but at least be next to you in the hospital beds? Wouldn't that be sweet?
Like, that line was the most commitment I've gotten from a man in the last 2 years.
I have to go in and out of reality for that. Here we go. Oh my God, that's seriously like, come on, Becca. You gotta admit that was gold.
You're gonna tag all the guys that I've dated in the last 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, just two.
Oh my goodness. That is so gold. Okay, well, the 2 physical dates, they were at a restaurant before they closed down? Is that what you're saying?
No.
No.
They
They were takeouts. Okay. Okay,
And
so
he wiped it down with Clorox. Like, all of our dates have been coronavirus related.
okay.
Like, precaution. Yeah.
Are you afraid at all that after this is over with, and it's like, will you guys have anything in common after this?
Well, it's kind of like Speed, right? Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves, right? They said, like, they say relationships that start off in a traumatic situation don't do well. And he's like,
well,
and then part 2, she already has someone else.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily true, but I mean, that is an interesting thing that floats out there.
Yeah.
Because you
we
bond,
do have a lot.
right? In the crisis, and then when the crisis goes away, sometimes, I don't know.
Then you look at him and you're like, ugh.
Well, like, but
now that I can come out the house,
but
you
think
do
about
not
it.
look as cute as I thought.
Think about it.
Well,
Emergency
I don't
food.
date people based on their looks. So.
Well, look, I'm just saying, emergency
true.
food, right? Emergency food isn't necessarily the most. It's not the highest cuisine, but when you're starving and that's all you got, that shit tastes good. Like, bust it out, right? But then when you don't need to eat like 10 cans of Spam, then you get out the house and you go like, oh my God, there's other shit to eat. Right. That's all I'm saying.
No, to be honest, not to sound like conceited or anything, but there's 2 other guys that have been wanting to hang out too, and I said no. So yeah,
you decided no married men.
Wait.
No married men. And
no married men. I thought you meant like no married monarch men. I'm like, why you gotta be
no
like
married men and no assholes? So they're already out.
So wait, if you're gonna cut out assholes and married men, who's left?
Just the electrician. That's it.
so
I'm just saying, with assholes and married men, you just cut out a huge hole in planet Earth.
actually, yeah, the other 2 are kind of assholes because it's really quite obvious what they want. So yeah.
Well, I mean, look, that's not okay. You're saying, but it's not a bad thing to want that. You're just saying, hey, you got to bring other stuff.
Okay,
too.
wait. Let's back up. Number one is
everybody wants that.
Want that.
Well, we all want it,
but you have to bring right. You have to bring other stuff to the table, right? So don't waste someone's time.
If
that's all
if that's all you're gonna barter, right? Like if I show up with you to the frickin' swap meet, right, and we agreed on trading some stuff, and then you just bring your dick. I mean, come on, dude, come on, man. What else you got? Like, come on, that's all you brought. You drove all the way from fucking Hawaii, that's all you brought. Like, come on. You don't got like a fucking resume, a job, like you didn't bring nothing. You
have to at least have some damn hand sanitizer.
Exactly, right? At least your man is out there trying to work the angles, right? It's so girl, goddamn wipes. I got them bleaching.
He's really good at like, so like the thing that turns me on most is communicating. Like he's really good at messaging me and calling me and stuff. So I don't like guys that can't or they're not vulnerable enough to express themselves or tell me about them. Like I hate being.
Wait. So the 2 dates, the takeout dates, that was nice. Is the 3rd date going to be sex? Go.
What? Again?
No, I know we weren't talking about this whole time. We're just talking about love and relationship.
Sex again?
No. Oh yeah, okay. So the first 2 had sex. So the 3rd one.
No.
Was there sex on the first or the second one? Which one was the sex date?
No, he didn't. No.
See?
I said I want to wait.
See? Till the 3rd date.
I gotta wait for marriage. I'm Mormon.
You are not waiting for marriage. Okay, you're not gonna tell me the truth. Is what you're telling me.
Is what she's saying. She's saying that her mom might watch this.
Well, okay. How about this? Have you? Okay, don't answer the sex question. Just tell me this: have you already, like, in your mind, is this dude on your quarantine? Your quarantine. So it's like you're not even worried. Like if you kiss, if you touch, if you do have sex, you've already put him on the team, so it doesn't matter. You're not trying to stay away. You've passed.
Yeah, I've kissed him already. I'll say that.
So it's over. He's on the quarantine. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter, right?
He's quarantined. He's been exposed already.
But what about the coronavirus? Oh, I'm already kidding.
Silly.
He's been exposed to wonderful sweetness. Okay, so tell me this.
I didn't get that, so just now.
4 o'clock. Okay, I gotta go. You know what, though? We're gonna edit this, and thank you so much. And text back your one-handed friend. My God.
Hey, by the way, she sent me the screenshot of the of them, so I have her number. I'm just gonna call him.
Okay.
No. Don't do that.
Bye.
Bye, Becca. We'll talk to you soon. We'll do it again. This is so good.